After weeks of chaos, heartbreak, and prayers flooding the entire internet, the miracle everyone had been praying for finally arrived. Chrissy and Rock's son pulled through. Doctors confirmed the good news against all odds. The baby was getting stronger. Fans flooded social media, crying, celebrating, and thanking God for answering their prayers. Hashtags like #MiracleBaby and #PrayersAnswered went viral worldwide. It should have been a moment of relief, peace, and unity. But of course, leave it to Blueface to destroy the vibe. Instead of joining in the celebration, he flipped the script entirely. His reaction completely blindsided everyone. His words weren't filled with joy. His tone was anything but grateful. In fact, his response left fans angry, confused, and divided. Some called him selfish, others flat out heartless, and a few brave souls whispered that maybe, just maybe, Blueface had just exposed the darkest truth of all. What was supposed to be a celebration quickly spiraled into full-blown outrage. Blogs exploded with headlines calling out Blueface's tone-deaf response. TikTok was flooded with edits, showing his harsh words paired with images of Chrissy crying in the hospital. Twitter ignited with debates. Was he bitter? Was he honest? Or was he secretly revealing something Chrissy didn't want the world to know? The prayers were answered. The miracle happened. But at what cost? And just like that, Blueface's reaction might have just set the stage for the next chapter of total chaos. Buckle up, because this is where the drama really kicks off. For weeks, the world held its collective breath as Chrissy and Rock's son, affectionately known as Junior by fans, battled for his life in the hospital. The story was everywhere. What started as hushed whispers about the baby's health soon exploded into viral footage of Chrissy rushing into the air, tears streaming down her face as she cradled her baby while cameras flashed. Those gut-wrenching images shattered hearts across the internet. Fans jumped into action. Hashtags like #PrayForJunior quickly trended, with millions posting prayers, Bible verses, and messages of hope. TikTok was flooded with tearful reaction videos, edits of Chrissy holding her son, and gospel music paired with heartbreaking hospital footage. For once, the internet wasn't mocking the drama, it was united by a shared fear for a child's life. But while fans prayed, the atmosphere around Chrissy was anything but peaceful. Blueface, the child's father, was behind bars during the entire ordeal. His absence left Chrissy to bear the weight alone, and fans noticed. Every update she shared, every exhausted photo with mascara-streaked tears, was followed by furious comments. The comments came flooding in fast, and boy, were they brutal. Your son's in the hospital and you're nowhere to be found? Shame. Fans didn't hold back, calling out Blueface for everything except caring about his child. Chrissy was shouldering it all alone, and everyone saw it. But wait, things got even messier. The family drama took center stage when Chrissy's mother, Carissa, went live not once, but multiple times. One minute she was begging fans for prayers, the next she was throwing shade at her own daughter, and sometimes, just sometimes, she blatantly suggested that not everyone around Chrissy wanted the baby to make it. Those comments, they split fans right down the middle. Was Carissa unveiling some painful truth, or was she simply exploiting the crisis for attention? Meanwhile, Blueface's name kept coming up despite his silence. Fans went wild speculating about his feelings, his thoughts, and whether he even cared. Some thought he must have been devastated, watching from behind bars, unable to help. Others weren't so convinced, calling him detached and more worried about his public image than stepping up as a father. All this uncertainty only made his eventual reaction that much more anticipated. And just when it seemed like hope was slipping away, the miracle happened. Doctors confirmed it. Junior was improving. Against all odds, he was stabilizing, showing more strength every day. That announcement, it spread across the internet like wildfire. Tears of joy flooded social media as fans celebrated the miracle. Instagram was bursting with posts like "God did it" and "Our prayers worked." Even celebrities jumped in on the action. Cardi B flooded her feed with prayer emojis. Summer Walker reposted a fan edit with a simple "blessings," and influencers shared emotional reactions to the news. For a brief moment, it seemed like the world had found peace. The baby was alive, fighting, and getting stronger. Chrissy herself couldn't hold it together when she heard the news, breaking down in tears as she told her followers, "God heard us. My baby's strong. He's going to make it." This should have been the moment where the chaos stopped, where Prayers turned into celebrations, and where the internet finally exhaled. But in the twisted world of Chrissy and Blueface, peace never lasts long. When Blueface finally broke his silence, fans eagerly awaited his reaction. What they got, not what anyone expected. Instead of joy, his words were dripping with bitterness. Instead of gratitude, his tone was cold. And instead of celebrating his son's recovery, he set off a firestorm so huge, it overshadowed the miracle itself. Blueface's reaction left everyone blindsided. Some fans said he sounded detached, almost jealous. Others swore there was hidden anger toward Chrissy. And then came the shocking theory that started circulating. Could it be? Was Blueface's reaction more than just heartless? Was it a cryptic warning that there were darker truths lurking about this miraculous recovery? The prayers were answered. The baby was improving. But Blueface's response shattered the fragile peace, leaving fans with one question no one wanted to ask. What really happened behind the scenes? Why wasn't Blueface celebrating his son's survival? That's when the first major twist hit, and it was huge. Leaks, betrayals, and shocking accusations that turned what was supposed to be a miracle into the next big scandal. Fans had been eagerly awaiting his response, refreshing his social media every second, convinced that after the miracle news broke, he'd post something heartfelt, something showing gratitude, or maybe even remorse for not being there. After all, this was the moment the world was celebrating. Chrissy's son was alive, improving, defying all the odds. But when the response came, it wasn't what anyone expected. Blueface's first words hit Instagram stories like a bomb. Everybody's celebrating like she did something. God did this, not her. Stop giving clout to people who don't deserve it. And just like that, the internet froze. Instead of praising his son's resilience, thanking the doctors, or showing unity, Blueface went straight for Chrissy. His words were dripping with bitterness, throwing shade at the very woman who had stayed by their son's side through sleepless nights and endless tears. Fans erupted instantly. Comments flooded blogs and reposts. His son almost died, and this is what he posts. Blueface can't even let her have one moment. One viral post read, Blueface just proved he's allergic to accountability, and another, son survived, and he's still finding a way to drag Chrissy into it. But Blueface wasn't done. Hours later, another post appeared. Y'all keep praying for the wrong people. My son is blessed, but some of y'all are worshipping the devil in disguise. Don't be fooled. Blueface's cryptic words only added fuel to the fire. Was he calling Chrissy the devil in disguise? Was he accusing her of exploiting their son's struggle for fame? The vagueness left room for endless theories, and fans went wild, tearing each other apart in the comments. Blogs spun the chaos into overdrive. The Shade Room captioned one screenshot, Blueface speaks out after son's recovery news. Was this a direct shot at Chrissy? Hollywood Unlocked ran with the headline, Blueface credits God, not Chrissy after baby's miracle recovery. The headlines framed him as cold, detached, and even jealous. Jealous? Oh, it only gets better. Then, the first major twist dropped. An audio recording leaked allegedly from a phone call Blueface made from jail. In the clip, his voice was unmistakable as he said, she's putting on a show, crying for the cameras, making it seem like she's the reason he's alive. Man, them blogs eating it up. They don't even know what's really going on in that hospital. The clip spread like wildfire, sparking theories that Blueface might be hinting at something darker. Maybe the baby's recovery wasn't as smooth as doctors claimed, or that Chrissy's emotional live streams were exaggerated. Fans split into two camps. This is disgusting, some said. Even if he feels that way, why say it while his son's fighting? Others thought, he's just jealous of the attention Chrissy is getting. But hold up, what if Blueface was actually telling the truth? What if there's more to the story? TikTok detectives jumped on the clip, breaking down every word. Some argued that Blueface was deflecting from his guilt for not being there, while others insisted his bitterness meant he knew something everyone else didn't. The behind-the-scenes drama was something the public wasn't ready for. And then, the most shocking moment hit. Screenshots surfaced allegedly showing private texts between Blueface and a friend. In one, he wrote, "They gone. Find out soon enough. Don't get fooled by tears. Everything ain't what it looks like." The cryptic message was enough to set the internet on fire. What exactly wasn't what it looked like? Was Blueface suggesting that Chrissy staged her breakdowns? Was he hinting at hidden family betrayal? Or was he implying that the miracle recovery had some hidden agenda the world wasn't privy to? Theories spread like wildfire. Some believed Chrissy's family was still leaking stories, and Blueface was just confirming it indirectly. Others thought he was simply trying to undermine Chrissy's credibility, jealous of the sympathy she was receiving. And then there was the darkest theory of all: was Blueface aware of medical complications that hadn't been made public? Chrissy stayed mostly silent until she couldn't anymore. In a fiery Instagram live, she shot back, "I'm at the hospital every damn day. I don't care what Blueface says. He wasn't here. He ain't seen what I've seen. He ain't prayed like I prayed. My son is here because God is real and because I never left his side. Period." Her voice cracked, her face streaked with tears, but her message was clear. She wasn't backing down. Not from Blueface, not from rumors, not from betrayal. Fans immediately rallied behind her, and hashtags like #StandWithChrissy and #BluefaceTheVillain trended worldwide. Even celebrities jumped into the mix. Cardi B was right there, defending her. Cardi B reposted a fan edit of Chrissy crying, with the caption, "She's stronger than most." Meanwhile, 50 Cent took to Instagram to mock Blueface, posting a meme that read, "Son's alive, but daddy's still deadbeat." But just when you thought the drama couldn't get any juicier, another insider account dropped a chilling bombshell. Blueface isn't lying. There's more to this story. The miracle recovery everyone had been celebrating wasn't the fairy tale everyone thought it was. The cryptic message set the internet into chaos once again. Suddenly, the miracle was being questioned. Was Blueface exposing some hidden truth, or was he just bitterly twisting the story to attack Chrissy? One thing was for sure: Blueface's reaction had overshadowed the very miracle fans had prayed for. Instead of peace, his words had turned the entire situation into a scandal. As insiders whispered of darker secrets still to come, a new question haunted everyone. Did Blueface just expose the truth about his son's recovery? Or was this the most heartless attack yet from a man unable to celebrate his own child's survival? The answer was coming, but it wasn't going to bring clarity. No, it was going to bring another shocking reveal. What should have been a moment of healing had instead become the spark for a full-blown war. Blueface's cold words, his cryptic warnings, and that chilling leaked audio from jail set the stage for a storm that made the baby's recovery feel more like a battle than a blessing. By the next morning, the internet was ablaze. Blogs cranked out headline after headline, "Blueface shades Chrissy," and the chaos showed no signs of slowing down. After the baby's miraculous recovery, a leaked audio hinted that Blueface might know more about the hospital drama than anyone thought. Did Blueface just expose Chrissy's truth? Fans, still basking in the joy of the baby's recovery, now found themselves questioning everything. Twitter was in chaos. Some said Blueface was just jealous, unable to handle Chrissy getting all the love. What if he's right? Some wondered, why did everything around this baby feel so staged? Instead of celebrating Junior's recovery, the online world split into factions. But then, just when it seemed like the dust was settling, another shocking leak dropped. This time, it wasn't audio, it was video footage. Allegedly filmed from inside the hospital room, it was grainy, shaky, and damning. In the clip, Chrissy sat by her son's bed, tears streaming down her face. But what grabbed everyone's attention wasn't her crying. It was a voice in the background believed to belong to a family member saying, "Make sure you angle the camera right. We need this to look real." The internet froze. If the clip was authentic, it suggested something horrifying, that Chrissy's pain, or at least parts of it, might have been staged or manipulated for social media. Was it her idea? A scheme orchestrated by a family member? Or a lie meant to discredit her? No one knew for sure, but the damage was done. TikTok exploded with conspiracy videos. Some slowed the audio, claiming it wasn't Chrissy's voice giving directions. Theories swirled, and the internet was on fire once again. Fans went into overdrive, fiercely debating what they had just seen. That wasn't Chrissy. Some swore someone else had set her up, while others argued, no, she knew exactly what she was doing. She's chasing clout off pain. But through it all, one thing was undeniable: the baby was improving. That was what mattered. Yet, the hospital stage theory had already gone viral. Within hours, hashtags like #StagePain and #HospitalClout began trending alongside #PrayForJunior. Blueface wasn't going to let this slide. From jail, he tweeted, Told y'all everything ain't what it looks like. Don't be fooled by fake tears. The timing was either perfect or suspicious, depending on who you asked. Fans accused him of orchestrating the leaks himself to destroy Chrissy's credibility. Others felt he was just confirming what the world was seeing. Either way, his words added fuel to the fire. Celebrities couldn't resist jumping back into the chaos, their reactions only deepening the divide. Cardi B, who had previously defended Chrissy, tweeted, "Nah, I don't believe she's faking. When you're a mom, that pain is real, period." Meanwhile, 50 Cent reposted the leaked video with his trademark mockery. "Damn, even the hospital's a movie set now. Yo wild." Summer Walker kept it cryptic, posting, "Truth got to sides. Careful who you follow." The reactions? A full-on battlefield. Fans fought in the comment sections, celebrities picked vague sides, and gossip blogs were eating it up, milking every ounce of drama for clicks. And then, just when it seemed like the drama couldn't get any crazier, the real bombshell dropped. A whistleblower claiming to be a nurse at the hospital anonymously messaged a popular blogger, and the screenshots of the DM spread like wildfire. The nurse claimed that people had been sneaking cameras into the ICU. It wasn't Chrissy, but someone close to her. The message read, "We warned security multiple times." The staff hated it. This revelation flipped the entire narrative on its head. It wasn't Chrissy faking anything, it was someone in her inner circle exploiting her breakdowns for clicks, filming her most vulnerable moments without her consent. Fans were furious. The focus quickly shifted back to Chrissy's family. It wasn't Chrissy staging anything, it was a snake in her own circle. She was being exploited by her own blood. This was even worse than if she had staged it. Blueface wasn't protecting his son. He wasn't protecting Chrissy. Instead, he was clowning around while her own family sold her out. The betrayal angle dominated every feed. Fans exploded with theories about who the mole was. Was it her mother, Carissa? A sibling? A cousin? One viral TikTok even broke down Chrissy's past live streams, analyzing body language to prove which family member might be responsible. As fans dug deeper, the theories exploded. Everyone was trying to figure out which family member might be guilty. And through all the chaos, Blueface kept posting. His tweets got even more cryptic, more cutting. "Truth don't stay hidden forever. They're gonna hate me when the receipts drop. Son gone. One day, you'll know who the real parent is." With every post, the fire grew hotter, and fans started asking, did Blueface really have receipts? Was he sitting on something that could completely destroy Chrissy? Or was this just another desperate attempt to stay relevant while locked up? Speculation reached a fever pitch when another anonymous leak hit a supposed jailhouse recording of Blueface bragging about having proof that would ruin Chrissy's reputation forever. Fans were stunned. Was he weaponizing his own son's recovery to attack her? And then, at the height of the madness, Chrissy posted a photo of her son, smiling faintly for the first time since the ordeal began. The caption read, "You are my miracle, my reason, my fighter. Nobody can take that away." The post racked up millions of likes within hours, and celebrities and fans flooded her comments with love. But even that beautiful moment couldn't escape the shadow of Blueface's words and the leaks hanging over her head. Because the next twist was coming, and it promised to be darker than anything yet revealed. Rumors swirled that Blueface's receipts weren't just rumors, they were real. If Blueface dropped those receipts, it could forever change the way the world saw Chrissy, her family, and even the entire miracle recovery. By now, Blueface's reaction had turned what should have been a joyous moment into one of the messiest cultural wars the internet had ever seen. His bitter posts, cryptic threats about the receipts, and the disturbing hospital leaks shifted the focus from a miracle recovery to a scandal soaked in betrayal. The public wasn't holding back. Twitter turned into a war zone. Entire threads tore apart Blueface's posts, the leaked audio, and the grainy hospital footage. One viral tweet read, "Blueface finally speaks, and instead of celebrating his son's recovery, he's shading Chrissy. He's officially the villain of 2005, but the replies came fast. Y'all dragging Blueface, but maybe he's telling the truth. Too many leaks, too much fakery. Something doesn't add up." Fans split into factions. Hashtag protect Chrissy versus hashtag Blueface was right. Both sides flooded timelines with memes, edits, and wild theories. TikTok, it was just as messy. Creators turned Blueface's jailhouse call into skits, with some mocking him as bitter and jealous, while others painted him as the truth teller, exposing a bigger lie. One viral video paired the leaked audio with footage of Chrissy's live streams, with captions like, "Was it raw emotion or staged for sympathy?" The clip pulled in over 15 million views in just 24 hours. Instagram blogs were all over it, stoking the flames even more. The Shade Room posted back-to-back stories. First, a screenshot of Blueface's post, "Truth don't stay hidden forever." Then Chrissy's heartfelt photo of Junior smiling. The comments? Absolutely vicious. Half the people cheered her strength, while the other half accused her of exploiting her son's survival for attention. But the most shocking reactions came from celebrities. Cardi B wasn't about to let Blueface control the narrative. She tweeted, "I don't care what anybody says. I seen that girl cry her soul out. That pain was real. Stop playing with her." Summer Walker went cryptic again, posting, "Some people chaos more than healing. Watch who celebrates your downfall." And then, of course, 50 Cent doubled down on trolling, posting a photo of a snake coiled around a hospital crib with the caption, "Somebody gotta write this movie." Fans laughed, but the cruelty hit deep. Even NBA star Damian Lillard chimed in, tweeting, "Your son's life is bigger than your ego. Period." Fans applauded him for cutting through the noise. Meanwhile, blogs started claiming that other rappers were privately picking sides. A leaked text, supposedly from a producer close to Drake, suggested that the entire industry thought Blueface was bitter, but nobody was brave enough to say it out loud. Whether real or fake, it went viral, painting Blueface as increasingly isolated. And just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, the media spin kicked into high gear. TMZ ran with a headline, "Blueface threatens to drop receipts amid son's miracle recovery." Rolling Stone headlined with, "From prayer to scandal, how Blueface hijacked his son's survival story." Even CNN briefly touched on the drama, framing it as a disturbing example of how social media exploits moments of crisis. But the most jaw-dropping headline came from Complex, "Is Blueface hinting that the miracle recovery wasn't what it seemed?" That headline alone turned quiet whispers into an absolute firestorm. Fans flooded the comment sections demanding answers. What exactly is he talking about? Receipts about what? Sure, the baby is getting better. Doctors confirmed it. But stop letting Blueface twist the miracle into a scandal. The tension reached its boiling point when Blueface's own mother, Carissa, jumped into the mix. In a live stream, she hinted that the truths about the hospital ordeal would eventually come out. She didn't elaborate, but the smirk on her face sent chills down viewers' spines. "I'm not the one leaking, but y'all will see soon. Enough things ain't as perfect as they look." Her cryptic words only added gasoline to the fire. Fans quickly turned on her, accusing her of choosing clout over her grandson. Others believed she was helping Blueface push his narrative from the outside. Meanwhile, Chrissy stayed silent. Aside from her emotional post about Junior, she refused to address Blueface's comments or the leaks. Fans praised her strength, but skeptics argued her silence meant she was hiding something. The divide was clear. Half the world saw Chrissy as a strong mother carrying her son through hell, constantly under attack. The other half, swayed by Blueface's bitterness and the staged hospital theories, questioned whether the miracle had turned into a performance. But under the chaos, one truth gnawed at everyone. If Blueface really did have receipts, what exactly were they? Photos, texts, proof of stage footage, or something darker about the recovery itself? Whatever it was, the threat loomed over everyone. Finally, Chrissy broke her silence in a late-night live stream. Her eyes were red, her voice shaking, as she screamed into the camera, "I don't care what Blueface says. I don't care what fake texts they post. My baby almost died. Ain't nothing staged about that. I was crying because I was scared to lose him. Y'all can believe lies if you want, but God knows my heart. And my son knows his mama was there." Chrissy's words hit hard, and fans quickly rallied behind her. But not everyone was convinced. The comment sections exploded with arguments. Was Blueface exposing the truth, or was this just another ugly smear campaign? And then came the most chilling twist of all. The same gossip blog that dropped the text and audio now posted a teaser. "This is only part 1 of Blueface's receipts. Part 2 will expose what really happened in that hospital room, and it will change everything." The internet froze. What did that mean? Were there photos, videos, proof that the miracle recovery wasn't what it seemed? Theories spiraled wildly. Some feared the receipts could suggest medical negligence or cover-ups. Others whispered that Blueface was about to accuse Chrissy of exploiting her son's illness for attention. The darkest theory suggested the miracle wasn't as miraculous as fans believed. Twitter erupted in panic. TikTok creators posted countdowns to when part 2 might drop. Celebrities jumped back in. Cardi B defended Chrissy again, while 50 Cent teased, "Y'all ain't ready for the next act of this movie." The world held its breath because if Blueface's part 2 receipts really existed, and if they were as explosive as promised, this wouldn't just be about family betrayal anymore. It would be about the very truth of what happened behind those hospital doors. Chrissy's miracle baby story had captivated the world. But until those receipts dropped, fans were left with one haunting question.